Welcome back, my witches, my warlocks, and my wizards. Nice to see you again. And I'm just going to be talking and teaching this advanced lesson today since people have been on my neck for more advanced info, which I'm not going to teach for free because that was my health, my sanity, my time, and my energy, and my youth. Yeah, that and living through the nightmares and realities of the dangerous and horrible sides of witchcraft. But anyways, that's why I'm coming here to talk to you guys today about protection. Because the reality is that most people really aren't that protected, and especially not from witchcraft. And that is not to talk shit or slander anyone. I'm just saying from what I've observed as a person who gets hired for spell work is that most people aren't protected. And I talk about this because as someone who literally gets paid to do this and get results, I have to make sure I get results on someone, whether they believe in witchcraft or not, which hasn't been an issue because most people really aren't protected. And the simple act of them believing in it or not isn't going to affect my spell. So a lot of people come to me and they think and say that, like, oh, well, if you don't believe in this person, you don't give them any power, and so they don't have any power over you. Well, yes, in a world, in a reality that you fully control. But if you fully control the reality, you wouldn't be having issues right now. So anyways, point being is that most people aren't protected. And they don't even understand how protection works, which I hate because there's so many misconceptions about protection. And the thing about it is that if you think you're protected and you're not, that is really dangerous. Like, it is really, really dangerous. Like, just to even be practicing witchcraft without protection, that's dangerous. And that will cause issues in someone's life. And before I start getting into protection and how it works, I want to say that, none of this is regurgitated. I've had to learn this on my own. I've had to find my own words for it and my own concepts for it because I've never learned this in a book or online. So that all being said, I honestly, like, nobody's taught me protection. I've had to literally figure it out on my own. So this all being said, I want to start first with evil eye, because evil eye is a concept that I can use to teach you and segue into other lessons on protection and how it actually works, the aspects of it. This information is advanced. I'm not going to be teaching you how to do protection, but I'm going to be teaching you about the different aspects of protection that will become more important and prominent as you become more advanced in your practice. Let's first talk about evil eye. What is it? How does it affect people? And the different names for it. So evil eye is expressed in many different cultures. It's also known as Malokio. It's known as Nazar. It's known as Maloho. There's multiple different names for it, but those are the ones that I have off the top of my head. What is evil eye? Evil eye is directed energy that negatively manifests. If you're watching this page and you've been following me, you probably already know what evil eye is. I'm just going to give you a quick example, but say I'm scrolling Instagram, right? Scrolling Instagram and I see someone I don't like and I'm like, ew, I hate this person. I hope she falls in a ditch. That's basically wishing them evil eye. Or even if I don't say it out loud, I'm just thinking about it. It literally sends and directs that energy to that person that I'm looking at. Of course, you don't even have to have their photo. You can just be thinking negatively of them or obsessively fixated on them. That literally is sending them a lot of energy. And if sent by an actual witch, like if a witch just thinks something or they say something negative, like, it can literally manifest. That's why they say careful what you say, because you don't want to go out there cursing and hexing and then just like flinging out negative energy. And why don't you want to do that? Well, if you're not a morally conscious person or you don't care about that kind of stuff, ethics and stuff, then you would want to care about that, because people naturally filter and cleanse themselves, or if they're witches like me, they will cleanse themselves and all of that energy will go back to you. So we're going to talk about those natural filters later on, but let's first finish the ideas about evil eye. So evil eye mostly manifests, the symptoms of it mostly manifest as intrusive thoughts. But if they actually accumulate and grow, it will move like a curse and act like one. And it will constantly attract more negativity. So one of the most, common manifestations of evil eye is literally intrusive thoughts. People, this actually happens to so many people, and they don't even realize this is what the evil eye is. But it's like when you have drama with someone, or you're just not getting along with someone, and you're constantly thinking, what are they saying, what are they doing? Or not like that, but you're thinking like, oh my god, they're probably saying this about me, they probably feel like this about me, or they probably think I'll do this, so if I post on my social media, they'll think this or this, whatever the point is, right? That is the manifestation of negatively directed energy. So when people are constantly talking shit about you, constantly, thinking negatively of you, you're gonna feel it. Psychically sensitive people, or energetically sensitive people, which is different from being psychically gifted, which we'll talk about, but psychically sensitive people pick up on this, and they tend to like absorb and hold this energy and carry this weight with them everywhere that they go. That's when they usually start to look for relief, and they come and they talk to me, or they get my services, whatever the point is. People who are psychically gifted, though, they will be able to actually pick up on the exact thoughts, the exact feelings, and the times that those negative energies are being sent, thought, or directed at them, which is cool. But also it does feel like an attack of sorts. So that's kind of like energy that people want to release and relieve themselves of. For anyone who has dealt with a lot of evil eye, which trust me, most of us have, especially if you're 18 years old even, which you should be if you're watching this page, you should have already dealt with evil eye. Like at least one person. Any kind of conflict you've had in your life, that can generate evil eye. So that's why I'm saying this. Evil eye energy is like really bothersome because it has you like overthinking a lot. And once I do my cleanings and like on others and myself, we suddenly like can't be bothered, and the intrusive thoughts literally abruptly stop and die. Of course, if the intrusive thoughts aren't part of our evolution, like if it's actually negatively directed energy, then yes, they stop right away. And people actually have natural filters for filtering out these energies, which I'll get to very soon. Lie, when it accumulates enough energy, it starts to physically manifest. Like it attracts bad luck, misfortune, just more negative situations. It's draining because it's heavy energy. People who don't believe in magic, like, how do they protect themselves, right? How do they go their entire lives without dealing with this? And that's because they have natural filters. We all have natural filters. People who are psychically sensitive, energetically sensitive, it's just a little bit harder because we're sensitive to it. We can feel it more than other people, and so it takes a little bit more to really process and filter it out. More intention, or whatever. That's a different lesson. So people can catch negative energies from anywhere, going anywhere. This is why protection is important. So moving on to the next thing is that people who don't believe in this will also healthily transmute their energies, or transmute the energies being sent to them via mental and emotional processing. So what is evil eye? It's typically mentally and emotionally directed energies. Using mental and emotional levels, you can combat mental and emotional projected energies. So if someone over here, right, this person sends, I hate you this way, you can use that as okay, I understand why this person hates me. That's okay, they can hate me. I can live my, just process it however you want to process it. And that helps you transmute those energies and filter it through. This person can even go to a therapist or use it as motivation at the gym to just work through these emotions so that they no longer matter, so that they transmute the negativity and turn it into good. Now the problem here is if, these natural filters don't always work. Why don't they always work? Because sometimes negative energies fester so much that it becomes so difficult to naturally filter out, simply because there's just too much of it. There's too much of it to naturally filter. That's when I typically come in, or a therapist or whatever it is, comes in and cleanses them or helps lighten the load. Because again, people are always trying to shed this negativity, this dead weight, this negative energy. They're literally trying to leave it behind. That's when we go in and we really cleanse it all off and lighten their load. When a hex or curse is involved, that's also when the natural filter no longer works whatsoever. People can even use, like, for instance, the LBRP. To me, that's a mental projection. The LBRP is the lesser banishing rite of the pentagram, which is used in Golden Dawn systems and in a lot of ceremonial magic. My Golden Dawn book's like right there. That's when you visualize, you know, shooting out a blue pentagram, a flaming pentagram, and sending the negativity or banishing it out of your space, which is also rose cross ritual stuff. But that is all like a mental projection. That's still not like a physical ritual to me, even though it does have physical aspects because you're doing it physically. But like, for instance, say, you know, someone sends you evil eye. That's emotional and mental. That's on an emotional and mental level. You, on an emotional and mental level, can combat that. Now, what if someone does a hex on you? They do, say, candles or some kind of crazy voodoo doll. Now you have a third tie, which is physical, a physical tie, because, you know, you're tying all these mental and emotional energies, which isn't physical, but you're tying those to the physical realm by doing a physical ritual and using physical items. And this person is only protected on a mental and emotional level. They're not even protected on the mental and emotional level. They just process energies through a mental and emotional level. So what are you going to do when you have all these three things? Because you don't have the physical part. If this person doesn't have the physical part, they're just going to get overpowered. Like, there's no mental and emotional belief that can get you out of this problem, because you're overpowered. There's too many things going on, too many aspects, and you only have two things covered. You can try to process it until you process all of it, but depending on the hex and how it's done, it could be forever. You could be doing that literally forever. You need to have three factors, you know, and on top of this complication already, on the mental, emotional, physical levels, there's other levels to it where different spells call for different protections. So there's not always a one protection fits all type of situation. There's so many different types of protection, so many different levels and complexities to it. Protection is an art, and without saying much more, giving much more away, different levels and aspects need to be targeted, and most people don't have those targeted. They like to say that, oh, my spirit guides, my ancestors, they protect me. Well, guess what? They protect everybody. Everybody has ancestors and spirit guides. Otherwise, they would not be alive. Like, at least ancestors, at the very least. And everybody has those, meaning we're all on the same playing field. And for me to have some kind of ego saying like, oh, I'm stronger than someone else because I've been practicing witchcraft for this long and this, that no. If there's anything I've learned in real witchcraft, is that you never know what's going to happen. You never know how things are going to work. I never underestimate people. And I never make it like a whole ego thing. If you're in this for the ego and for the power, good luck, because good luck. That people who are in it for ego and power, they fall. And so those are the people I hope keep having the same misconceptions about protection. But for the people that are good, genuinely listening, and I actually want to help, protection needs to be considered on multiple different levels. Like, everybody has spirit guides and ancestors, and most people don't even work with them earnestly to even have like more protection from them. And then another aspect on top of that is that if spirits and ancestors could protect you from everything, why can't they? You would be living a perfect life already. You would have never gotten into any accidents, would have never gotten into any bad luck. Nobody that could have made you annoyed or made your life inconvenient would have came into your life, but they did. They have. And why is that? It's because the spirits and ancestors can't protect you from everything. And they can't, like, there's certain levels and aspects to what spirits can do in terms of protection. And that's what I'm going to leave it at again. Physical perform protection spells, rituals, and items and whatever, they come in handy because that is a physical aspect that needs to be added in. Now, there's obviously different layers to all of this. There's different aspects to it, but I'm just giving you guys the basics and the simples. This is actually a very advanced topic. Again, I have yet to hear about it. Most people are not protected on a mental and emotional level, but they have mental and emotional filters and processing that helps them process energies that are being sent their way. I'm basically trying to tell people to factor in is the third part. If you're going to be doing magic too, what I always say is that, you know, you're not just protecting yourself from other people. That's probably, you know, for most people that aren't getting into trouble, that is the least of their worries. What you're protecting yourself from is yourself. Because when you do a bunch of magic, all you do is unleash energies into your life. If you're literally, there's like almost no way to avoid it, but if you're burning candles, you are literally opening portals. to other places, to other dimensions, opening portals to energies, to come into your space, to come into your life. And, you know, that's good and bad energies. I'm not saying all of them are bad. I'm not saying all of it's good. It's good and bad. And because of that, that can cause chaos. Good and bad together can cause chaos. And you want protection from that. Like, you want protection not only just from that, but from yourself, like from your spells rebounding, which is common. Actually, your spells are less likely to rebound if you have protection. Like, there's this I'm getting too far into it. This is what I wanted to talk about in terms of protection. There's different layers, there's different aspects to it, and just saying you're protected doesn't protect you. We all know that. You know, unless someone is verbally attacking you and then you're like, I'm protected, shut the fuck up, then yeah, that's like matching them on the same playing field. But if, you know, most people are saying stuff with mental and emotional energy field behind it. You know, if you say I rebuke that or blah, 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 like that all cancels each other out, right? But when someone literally throws magic into it, when there's other aspects, there's other factors into it, you have to have other aspects and factors into your protection as well. Wow, I did it. I made the video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns down below. Let me know what other videos you want me to make. I hope this satisfies the people who have been talking about me not putting out advanced info. I hope this suffices for now. And I hope you guys learned a lot. If there's anything else you want to know, again, let me know down in the comments below. If you want to get a hold of me because I've been busy, please email me, because I have not had time to check my inboxes. So please email me. And yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, and I have these evil eye bracelets. I'm going to link them below, but I've charged these to protect from more than just evil eye. I've charged these to protect from also hexes, curses, jinxes, and more heavier negative energies, bad luck, misfortune, things of that nature. When it catches negative energy, or when it hits a threshold for how much negative energy it can hold, it's going to either fall off or break. And that's when you want to go ahead and just get a new one. Yeah, other than that, I don't know. It was a pleasure speaking to you guys, and I hope you have an amazing night. I hope you get better at your craft. Hello, share me anything you find, any interesting topics. I love learning more, and I love talking about it. I will be back with you guys soon. Thanks for watching.